YouTube user James over at MyDVDReviews recently asked me in a Hangouts chat whether I was planning on doing an overview of my DVD collection. Now, my movie collection alone is quite big, so to do a video even just listing each of them would be ridiculously long and boring. But to pay homage to his own excellent channel, I thought it'd be a good idea to look through my TV box sets. Now, I don't have all the box sets I would like. I even at the moment have a list of to buy. But I thought it would be nice for future cataloguing reference to look through the sets I do have at this time. So, here's for you, James. Here's my TV box sets. So, before we get started on the pile that's to the side here, let's have a nosy in this cupboard. On the top shelf we have Belongaman, the excellent XFiles spin-off. This set is hilarious. It makes me really sad that there was only ever one season. Starring Tom Braidwood, Dean Hagland and Bruce Harwood from the X-Files. Stephen Snedden, I think it is, or whatever. He's hot. Anyway, sorry. And, I can't never remember her name. Zuleika something. Anyway, yeah. If you get a chance, this was really, it was not advertised. The pilot episode was not shown in America because of its kind of hijacking of an airplane very closely shortly after the 9/11 attacks. So, but this is hilarious, and I definitely recommend it. That's that. Can't really get to it. Should maybe pull something else out. Sorry. We have all 10 seasons of Stargate SG1. It's one of those annoying boxes that has the clip box sets in. I love SG1. I'm actually kind of new to it. I've only known it for a few years now. I'd seen the old episode here and there, but my friend Donna was a huge fan, and she mentioned wanting to go to the Chevron conventions, and I said, oh, I haven't seen it, and she was like, oh, well, I can loan you the DVDs. So I borrowed the DVDs from her, and I literally watched all 10 seasons within the space of about 2 months, back to back, before we went to the convention, first Chevron, sorry, which was her first convention. Unfortunately, season 10 is boring, and Beau Bridges is certainly no Don S. Davis, the late great Don S. Davis, who was General Hammond throughout the first 8 seasons, I think. But yeah, great sci-fi show, so definitely worth. I picked this up relatively cheap considering it's 10 seasons, so I'm definitely glad I got that. Before I put that back, we can slide out. I shouldn't have put Long Gunman back, should I? Take that out. Babylon 5. The great J. Michael Straczynski show. All 5 seasons. Complete set. Nice box art. That's the lid. And then we've got all 5 seasons. The Crusade season. And the movies. So, excellent collection. Again, picked up relatively cheap on play.com. So, again, I apologies for this rambling kind of overview. I was hoping to do a kind of proper individual review of each box set. But maybe I'll do that another time. But I love this show. Excellent. So we'll put that back. That's not the right way around, is it? My OCD is really bad when it comes to stuff like this. Next up, we have... My hip is killing me, sorry. Oh, love it. I should just pour these all out, shouldn't I? Next we have up Battlestar Galactica, the reboot. I have to confess, I haven't watched this yet. I knew the original series back in the 70s. I only got this set because a friend had a spare copy of it. I think she had this and then they got like the complete box set. So I bagged this. So I am going to sit down and watch it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So it's on my to watch list. But I've got that at least to start with. Of course there's Netflix now, but I got this. So anyway. Buffy! Again, complete collection. This is the compact version that when you take out, instead of having the big boxes, it's just the DVD width boxes. So all 7 seasons, nicely put together, although this box is a bit dodgy. That flap there keeps falling out. So I bought it again relatively cheap, which was, oh no, it's also torn. Which is difficult because this box set is one of those sets that seems to bounce all over the price regarding price. It can go ridiculously expensive, but I managed to pick it up. I think I had a little money put to buy, so I definitely wanted to get that. So, yay, Buffy! And of course, if you're going to have Buffy, you gotta have Angel. And again, this is the compact set, complete set. Season 5's missing at the moment because I'm showing my good friend Jane it. So that's all 5 seasons. Nice box set. Again, can go ridiculously expensive. I probably paid the same price for 5 seasons of this that I did for 7 seasons of Buffy. So, and it's kind of a shame that these are so expensive because they're such excellent shows. You really want to introduce people to them. So, there's that one. And of course, if you're going to have the Buffy and Angel, you gotta have Firefly. Good God, I love this show. Again, like The Lone Gunman, absolutely criminal that it only lasted 1 season. Bloody 20th Century Fox. Complete assholes. But yeah, the complete set with the episodes actually in order. Again, I'm showing my friend Jane this at the moment. She's really getting into it. We're hoping to go to London Film and Comic Con in the summer in Firefly costume. So, great show. If you have not seen this, it's not for everybody. Donna I tried showing to and she couldn't get into it. But for a sci-fi show, it's just entertaining. It's classic Joss Whedon, to be honest. So, definitely love that. Talk about classic sci-fi. Land of the Giants. Both box sets. Seasons 1 and 2. I've had this a little while. I got this, again, relatively cheap. Stuff like this, I don't think they always think people are going to pick up. But it was cheaper to buy the 2 sets together than it was to buy the one. Also, if you bought the collection, you got a collection of about 6 postcards, I think it is. So, they're still sealed. I haven't opened them. And to be honest, I haven't really watched many of the episodes. I used to love Land of the Giants growing up. And I've seen a couple of episodes since. Because I was going to put the theme in my top 15 sci-fi themes. But I didn't. Because my problem is a lot of the 60s kind of sci-fi shows and even the general shows. They had a very similar kind of sound, that kind of 60s pop theme. So I just didn't find the theme good enough to put in with some of the more modern ones. But this is definitely worth owning. I love this show, and I was so chuffed to find a complete collection. Next we got The Big Bang Theory. This is not up to date. This is only seasons 1 to 5. I think they're on like season 7 on TV at the moment. But this was going relatively cheap. And again, it was cheaper to buy kind of the collection as opposed to individually. So it's just nice to have some of the episodes. It's one of those sitcoms that I love to just sit down and watch. It's not as good anymore, but the classic ones. This was one of those shows that several friends were like, "You must watch this. You must watch this," and I was kind of forced to sit and watch a couple because the friends were watching it at the time and I was visiting their house, and I was just like, I don't get this. I don't find it all that funny. And then I sat down and watched it at home on my own, and I enjoyed it a lot more, and I've kind of been watching it since. So that's my experience with The Big Bang Theory. If we quickly slide these back in so I can get to the next shelf. This bit's boring. I might skip ahead on the editing side, unless I can get this done in the next 2 seconds. There you go. Okay, so shelf 2. Let's lower this, shall we? Let's see if I can lower the tripod. Technology thwarts us every time. Okay, here we go. Oh, sounded helpful, didn't it? Right, shelf 2. We got a few less because they can't pile up as much. Smallville. This is the complete collection. Was it 9 seasons? 8 seasons? It opens up again, box style. No, sorry, 10 seasons. My nerdiness has just gone down. All 10 seasons, again, in DVD-sized sets. I have missed several of the seasons, so I want to go back to watching this from the beginning. But as a prequel to like the Superman movies, I did enjoy this. Tom Welling, who plays Clark Kent, really pissed me off with his kind of childishness regarding, I don't want to wear the Superman costume, that's stupid, me. And even in the final episode, they kind of CGI'd a version of him in the costume. But as a show, I really enjoyed it, and what I've seen. Like I say, I've missed a few seasons in between. The stuff with Lana Lang and stuff with Lex got a bit stupid at times. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to going back to it. Again, worthwhile box set. Buying it as a whole as opposed to individually. Next, we have Fringe. And these ones I do have individually. One of the discs is out. All 5 seasons. I love this show enough to kind of buy it as it was a nice holographic front on season 1. Season 2, a bit more boring on the front. Or actually all of them from then onward. Season 3. 4, that's a lot more compact than the others. As is season 5. Although that's a bit more shiny. I loved Fringe enough to kind of buy it season by season. So that's why I've got those like that. Great J.J. Abrams show. Sorry, I'm panting a bit because I'm moving because of my back and hip and stuff. So, but that, and I have a serious crush on for Joshua Jackson. Have done since he was a kid. So he's pretty much my age. So yeah, definitely worth watching, if not just for him. But again, I love it because Darren Morgan of XFiles fame was a consulting producer, and it was a series heavily influenced by the X-Files. So, but it never felt like it was completely ripping off the X-Files. So, I currently have a dog licking my face, so apologies for bloody dog. And the cat's trying to get attention, so don't mind them. It's because I'm talking to the camera. But yeah, it never felt like a complete X-Files rip-off, like some other shows like Mysterious Ways and stuff felt like. So, I love what they tried to do with it, even though they had to end up compacting down to 5 seasons. So, that's that. Next up, speaking of the X-Files, we have Breaking Bad from the great X-Files writer-producer Vince Gilligan. I have all 5 seasons. That's the first one. Season 5 was broken up into 2 halves. So that's second season, third, fourth, and there's the first half of season 5, the final season, and well, the second half is known as the final season. Remember my name. So, again, I bought those individually because I love the show. What I love about something like Breaking Bad is I watched it from the beginning because of Vince Gilligan. It premiered on something like 5 US here in the UK. So, and they showed like the first 2 seasons, 3 seasons, something like that. But they stopped showing it. And I was only able to catch up with the final couple of episodes, final couple of seasons, thanks to DVDs and Netflix. Because they just stopped showing it in the UK. But anyway, what I was getting at is, I watched it from the beginning. And the funniest thing is season 1 didn't do very well, viewership-wise. Considering how, even though it was really good. Because people just didn't really know about it. It was just like this kind of indie show, kind of like some meth, dealer, kind of whatever. It was like another The Wire or something, I guess. I don't know. But it didn't do very well in the viewership. And then word of mouth just erupted. And for the last 3 seasons or so, it just like kind of... everybody was watching it and binge watching it on stuff like Netflix. And I recently met Giancarlo Esposito, who played the evil Gus for season 2 and 3, I think it was. I could be wrong, so please don't correct me. And he was saying about, just the joy of word of mouth. And I think as somebody like me who was watching it from the beginning, it was kind of funny to watch the way everybody just started watching it and going berserk. And it's like, yeah, it was already here. Kind of like in a way like the X-Files. But, yeah, so I've got all of those. Next up, another show I absolutely love. But actually, I do not have all... I'm not up to date on my seasons. Game of Thrones. Excellent. I love the work on the box for this. Nice sleeve with kind of postcard style scent art. And then nice inner case. Which all kind of slides out. To this, it really remembers me of the old X-Files box sets, the way it folds out. So, brilliant art display. So, yeah, that made me really nostalgic for the X-Files box sets. But, I just put that in wrong. And I'm sorry if you can't see anything. I've had to lay down a bit for my back because I can't get a good angle on the camera without moving. So anyway, yeah, I've only got season 1 at the moment of that. I intend on getting up to season 4 and beyond. Just financially, these box sets tend to be quite expensive, and I don't know if it's because it's an HBO show or what, but yeah, I just mean I need to get the other seasons. Next up, we've got, yes, we've had Smallville, and now we have Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman, and Hot Dean Cain. Sorry. All 4 seasons, again bought individually. That's season 1. Season 2 is quite a bit chunkier. Season 3. And the final season, which got ridiculously annoying with all its stupid, oh, get married. My God, I thought that would never fucking stop that storyline. So that's the final season of that. Not opened at the moment because I've seen it, but not since I bought the DVD. So next up, the awesome Aaron Sorkin, The West Wing. This is the complete collection. Again, I need to find a way of being comfortable, but also being able to see the bloody camcorder screen. So, complete set. Again, lid off. And inside, all 7 seasons. I love this show. This is just brilliant. Again, the late great John Spencer in it. But I just love the wit. I love the drama. It's just brilliant. I could sit and watch this. Again, the final season with Jimmy Smits and his campaign to be the next president got a bit annoying at times. And I guess it's because I love the characters that were built up and were the main, kind of story drivers throughout the first 6 seasons. But it stayed relatively strong throughout, but I just didn't enjoy season 7 as much. But I love going back to it and watching the odd episodes here and there, especially the big wheel of cheese there. Was it big ball of cheese? Sorry. It's been a little while since I last watched any, so I'm going to skip while I quickly put these back, and I will get onto the next shelf. Okay, so bottom shelf of the cupboard, and we start with, would have made more sense to get this out before. We have Thundercats. I only actually have season 1 and season 2. But look at the fucking awesome holographic cover on season 2. That's first half of season 2. And that's the second half. I think there's 3 more seasons to get. I was planning on getting the complete collection, but a friend bought me season 1 one Christmas, and then bought this box set the following Christmas. So I'll have to get the other sets individually. But it's 6 DVDs for season 2. Kind of old school boxing again. And season 1 is a slide out sleeve style. and kind of unfolding box. So I love Thundercats. I've loved it since I was a kid. I watched it as a kid, and even watching it now, it's cheesy, it's 80s, it's, you know, for kids. But I instill I don't know if it's nostalgia or if it just is awesome, even with annoying snarf. But yeah, I still to this day love Thundercats. So that's that. Next up, this is more the kind of animation shelf. Well, for the next few box sets anyway. We have Dilbert, the series based on the comic strips. I love Dilbert. Unfortunately, this is only one box set. I'm not even clear if it's season 1. It's it's like 8 episodes. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find any more. I only have a Region 2 DVD player, so I'm quite restricted in what I can play. If there are any more stateside, I don't know about them, but it's such a shame that this has such a tiny DVD release, because I did enjoy this series. Again, not perfect, but always made me giggle. So the thing is with all these box sets, except for Battlestar Galactica, I will not buy a box set unless I know the show and enjoy it. So I know I'm kind of repeating myself every time I go, oh yeah, this box set's totally worth it. But yeah, no, that is the case, and certainly this was totally underrated. So I hope that there's more soon that I can find to watch. Which is kind of the case with the Disney box sets, because I've got DuckTales. This just says that it's first collection as opposed to season. I did look up on IMDb regarding episodes and stuff, but that didn't really help me regarding as to if it's season or not. Again, more exposure in the States, but here in the UK, very little. I'm sorry about the light keep going on and off. I think it's because of where I'm holding the box set. But unfortunately, not a lot of exposure here in the UK. So I'm hoping that'll change. I think there is another box set I can get, but I haven't been able to financially get that yet. So I've only got the one box set, which is the same for Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. It's 20 episodes, but again, it's like on a collection basis. I don't think this is an actual season. I mean, it kind of gives the impression on here that it's just a best of episodes, volumes 1, 2 and 3. Again, there is another set online that I could find, but I wasn't clear if it was similar episodes or completely different. So that's something that really frustrates me, because I would like to get all of I had the VHSs that had select episodes on years ago, but I would love to get all of them. So if anybody knows where, especially Gummy Bears, which I can't seem to find at all, if anybody knows how I can get a hold of all of the episodes of like the big kind of Disney, you know, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale, this, that and the other, please let me know, because I would love to get a hold of them properly. Region 2. Next up, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, as it was here in the UK. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as it actually is. This is a 3-disc set. 25th anniversary edition. Complete seasons 1 and 2. Again, would love to get a hold of the later seasons. So I'm hoping they do another box set, because at the moment I think it's only available in the US again. Fucking US, honestly. Next up, oh, just knock them all over. BBC's Bleak House. I did get this because of Gillian Anderson. I wanted to show it to a friend who I introduced to the XFiles, and I was kind of showing her other stuff that David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson had been in. So I kind of bought this, and we had a good laugh, because Charles Dance is really evil in it, and Dennis Lawson and stuff like that. So this was worth getting. I do enjoy this. This is a good adaptation of the Charles Dickens novel. So even though I have to laugh, because Gillian Anderson, who plays Lady Deadlock, she does this, her first like scene in it, she does this whole, oh my god, and faints. I was like, oh, typical Scully. Just, you know, it's nice to know that she hasn't changed since leaving the X-Files. But that's not a thing about Gillian Anderson's acting. It was just funny that that was her first scene kind of in Bleak House. So that's that. And interconnected is Gillian Anderson in Great Expectations. And she was creepy in that. I've seen many adaptations of Great Expectations, because of studying at school in A-level English. But I can't say this is the best of them, but I did enjoy it. The problem is with these kind of things is they get so overdone. But I did enjoy this. And again, it was nice to see Gillian Anderson doing something completely different. Next up, talking of David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, Twin Peaks! Classic David Lynch. This is both seasons, complete collection. For some reason the DVDs are facing the other way. I don't know, that's how they came. I've seen season 1, but again my geek cred is going to go down. I haven't seen season 2 yet, even though that's the season with David Duchovny as a transvestite in it. Cross-dresser, whatever. Cross-dressing FBI agent. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I am planning on sitting down and watching this sometime soon. My laptop isn't working at the moment, so I could put it on my TV, but I just haven't. So that's the complete collection of Twin Peaks. Excellent drama, kind of sci-fi-ish. And Carl McLaughlin, you can't go wrong, can you? So, next up, Star Trek, the original series. This is one of those strange box sets. In that, oh no, it's not. Sorry, but it's kind of done like this on landscape. I should probably put it. If I put it up there. So it's like that. Oh, focus camera. So it's done like that. You take the lid off. That's like that. And then the boxes, all 3 seasons are inside like that. And they're the kind that they're not properly locked in. They're in those loose kind of let's scratch your discs kind of sleeves, which I don't like. But I guess it's compact, and I'm just not happy with it like that, to be honest. I know some people go out and buy the kind of cases to properly put them in, but I'm just happy to have. It's nice to have the original Star Trek on set. So that's the complete set of that. And I also have, in a similar style box, Star Trek Next Generation. Again, lid. This is a lot thicker though, because obviously there's more seasons. All 7 seasons. But lid, and then they're in similar style boxes inside. Again, I've missed some seasons of this, so I need to catch up. But I do love this. I love Next Gen. It's difficult. If somebody said to me, pick Kirk or Picard, I guess Picard gets the edge. But I don't know if that's because he did more or what. But it's Patrick Stewart, for goodness sakes. But this is a nice set. I do not have Deep Space Nine or Voyager yet. Again, these sets can be extortionate. I got this set for about 70 quid, but I have seen it go up to prices of about 120, which I wasn't willing to pay, no matter how much I like it. It just baffles my mind sometimes. I mean, that doesn't sound a lot considering, you know, for what you get, and especially when you consider the X-Files box sets when they first came out were like 80 quid. But if you're going to buy the complete set, it'd be nice to be able to afford them. So that I got relatively well. But anyway, and the final one in this on this shelf is, I know this is so sad, Dawsons Creek, the complete collection. This is a 2-boxer. Again, Joshua Jacks. They've done them like books. So this is why I struggle to lift it out, and my camcorder battery is about to die. So yeah, they've done them like that, kind of book style, in 2 lots. So that's all seasons, all 6 seasons. So yeah, I admit it. I was a teenager when this came out, and I was a sucker for it, and I still am even now, even though I've, you know, gone back on it and stuff. So that's the complete set. And when we come back and the camcorder battery's charged, we'll go to the nice look at the nice pile that's down the side here, and maybe I'll do that in a separate video, and if so, then I'll see you in the next vid. If not, we'll be back shortly.